All right, this is Kenneth Purdom with Real Estate Photographer Pro. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, and the topic is angles and photos that we need. So I've just walked up to this house, looking at it real quick. It's got a truck in front of it, you can't move it, no one's here. It's empty, vacant, and I've got a door code. So I've gone in, adjusted the mini blinds, and got all the lights on. I'm not too worried about the trash can over there because I can edit that out on the right hand side. Might even edit out the truck, but technically you can move the trash can, but I'm with the Lightroom updates, little security signs and real estate agent signs and trash cans can be edited quickly. So you can play that either way. I'm in a hurry, it's about to rain, so I'm not gonna move a whole lot of stuff. And the first shot we're looking for is the hero shot, the click shot. What shot would be the most complimentary photo? So I think that one's it, because we're going to start on the left hand side on this house. I just need a good shot. House is in the middle, cropped in, and we do three brackets on the outside, and the inside shots we do 3 brackets and a flash. The flash is for color check. So there's my first shot right there. We're just going to slide to our right here. Second shot, the front door is open because I just came out it. Technically that could be closed, but either way is fine. On that house in the photo, it's not going to make any difference. On some houses you always want the front door closed because you're seeing stuff, but right now I'm just going over angles. So that's my second shot right there. The local listing service in our area requires 3 photos on the front and 3 photos on the back. And there's our third shot. And then sometimes there's a street shot, something way out. This yard is not that interesting. It doesn't have a lot of trees, but sometimes you'll have a lot of features like really nice shade trees, and you'll back up in the street and get that third shot. And then work your way in. So you got your 3 establishing shots, starting out with your hero shot. And then your fourth shot could be, back in the street, depending on the property. Then coming up, I get what I call a walk-up shot right about there on your anchor point. So I've got an anchor point on the right-hand side. There's my walk-up shot showing the front entrance. And I usually, unless it's just not needed, I try to get an inventory shot right there. It's debatable whether we need one in this house, but get one with a little bit of the doorknob showing, kind of just to give them a reference point of where we are in the house. We are a 3-wall shooters, so we want 3 walls most of the time. So you want to go to the center of the wall. So you're going to the center of that wall, and you're going to go 2 feet to the right or 2 feet to the left, depending on your shot. So in this one, I'm center, then I'm 2 feet to the right. I got a slight lean to the left. Everything's level. Splitting the room in half, I'm about doorknob height, and there's my shot. And I'm going to come over to the left. My story is those windows on the right. There's my shot. We do not want to do corner to corner. Now on this end, I really just need 1 shot, so I'm going to go dead center, or I could go to my right, because my story is these windows here. That's what's got some interest in it. So I could split that wall in half, and right there. We don't want to be like this. We do not really need that shot. It's not a bad shot, but we'd rather have something like that. I need 70% of one wall and about half of another wall. I don't need like 5% of one wall. That's 5%, something like that. A lot of people shoot corner to corner. Sometimes you have to, but we would rather shoot just off center or right down the middle. And then our third option would be corner to corner. So here we're just getting an establishing shot coming into this area right here. And then I'm going to come over And we're trying to go in the order of how you think the traffic flows and how the customers, touring the house are going to be walking the house. As much as possible, you want to go in order. So there's our, come right off center, right there. Looking for that door to get an anchor point right there on the right-hand side. I've got an anchor point, and there's my shot there. And right here, I'm just going to come right next to this wall here. And there's my finishing shot for that room. Now I'm coming into the kitchen. Got a kitchenette area here, something like that right there. I've got an anchor point on the left-hand side, something like that right there. Work my way into the kitchen. Just dead center right here is perfect. Dead center. Usually I do not need this shot. A lot of people do that shot, or they do this shot. I don't need that. This shot right here will work. If someone has requested a detailed shot, we charge extra for that. So if you think for some reason you need a close-up detailed shot, go ahead and get it. But that is normally not in our order. But sometimes agents will ask us extra for that, especially on Airbnbs. And there's our last shot for the kitchen. And then we're coming right back in here. I'm gonna close this door. This is kind of a storage area. Closet, laundry room right there. Now the kitchens, everybody probably knows this. You need to come up just over the top of the counter. So whatever that may be, different counters for different kitchens or different heights depending on when the home was built. And here's our just off center for the laundry room area. There might be a photo here. That's probably too much information, but it's always better to take more than enough photos. So I did not take that photo when shooting this. And then there's since this is a kind of oversized storage room area, closet, we might get that shot right there, just off center. Coming to the edge of the door, just pushing in and shooting that right there. So that finishes up the living room and kitchen and dining room. Now I'm going down, technically I should go to the master bedroom, but the way this house flows, I work right to left. So I'm gonna just take the first room on the right. Here's that, I need a shot, not here, but right there. Bathroom shot so I can see my countertop, I can see my light fixtures, and I'm gonna do 3 shots. I'm gonna do 2 overexposed, 0, and underexposed. So we like for them to be in that order, go from light to 2 over, 0, even exposure, and then 2 underexposed, and then a flash shot. If we have those 4 shots, our editors can put everything together. And there's a shot right there. Probably can move these soaps. This would be an easy edit, but there we go right there. So that finishes off that. I've got light fixture, countertop, and then I can see the bottom of what that looks like. And then we're just gonna work our bedrooms. Got one from the door. This has got an extra space to the right here. So there, got 3 walls, just the edge of the doorknob for reference. And because this has some extra space to the right there, I'm gonna pick that up, and I've got a shot right there. So not here, but right here, just 2 feet off center. Now we're coming into the primary. So I'm looking to that right-hand side. I've got just the edge of the window. I've got doorknob. I'm a little corner to corner, so right about right there. We do not really want that. Some people do that. Let's do this right here. So that's my shot right there. Then I come in, I'm gonna go just off center. I've got a little bit of a window on the left-hand side, and I've got a window at the end of the middle wall. All right, and I'm coming to the other end, stepping just off center, trying to showcase 2 things. One, this is the primary bedroom. It does have a bathroom. It's an older house, so it's got a tiny bathroom. So the story is leaning to the right in this case. So I've got a short wall on the left, a longer wall on the right. I'm coming back, but I'm still just off center by 2 feet. Now, if there were a bed in here, I'd probably be more like right here. The room is empty, so I'm actually able to get in the center, because I know sometimes when there's furniture, you can't get in the center of the wall. Then I just need to pick up a shot right here, like that, just at the edge of the door trim, so I can see my shower. I need to come up. If I can, I would like to pick up that light fixture. So now I'm showing shower, light fixture, countertop. I usually do not do portrait shots. I'm not doing that shot. Sometimes you have to for safety. So feel free to take safety shots. Get your shots. A safety shot, I'll show you an example of a safety shot. So here's we need this doorway shot into this third bedroom. So there it is, it's from the doorway. I'm to the left. So I'm coming as close as I can to the center, but I'm still shooting from the hallway. And I've got doorknob for reference, and then I've got the window in the middle. But a safety shot would be this. You step on in. You want to make sure you have an extra shot, so you've got 2 shots in case the first one is not right. Or maybe they've got special doors in the closet, and you want to be sure to capture those. So that would be what I'd call a safety shot. You don't need it, but you think you might need it. You're not sure, take the photo. All right, now we're going to go, usually I go out the front door. By the way, when I'm doing measurements, I will do my measurements before I leave the interior of the house. So I'll shoot the front, shoot the inside, then I'll do my measurements, and then I'll come out and shoot the backyard. So it's just a half circle around the backyard. There's a shot, 3 brackets. Three brackets right there. We do sky replacement. I'm gonna come to the middle. I'm not gonna worry about these buildings. I got some buildings out here right now. We'll pick those up at the end. I need a center shot. And then I need a shot over here from what would be our right-hand side of the house. Shot right there. And then I've got a good looking backyard. Got a patio, so I just come to the edge of the house, trying to showcase the backyard. And then I've got some depth to this backyard. I'm just going to showcase the buildings again on the right hand side, and I've got some depth out there. Then I might step out here and just get that shot right there. This has got some extra land with it. You can tell where they've been mowing back there. So it's next to a railroad track, and ends up having some extra land. And that's it. That is our angles and shots. The shots we need and the safety shots. And here's an example of another safety shot. Do you need this under the patio shot? I'm not sure. The agent I think they only ordered 20, but in case, maybe I could take this shot and then I could sell them virtually staging for this area, and they can show this, because this is old, but it's in very good shape. So just a nice shot like that, just an extra shot. You know, if the agent were here, I would have this discussion. They've already left. That's a nice shot there. But then you would let us know, hey, these are extra shots. I don't know if you need them or not. The agent wasn't there. You communicate, you know, you get your shots you need, you get the angles you need, and you get your extra shots, your safety shots, and then you communicate to us 2 things we want to know. You know, was there anything discussed while you were there? Was there anything that should have been discussed? And if you will send that information to us via you know, the email, support@realestatephotographerpro inside the order, we'll have a little bit of a picture of what happened at the photo shoot or what should have happened. And then if the agent's here, you can have discussions. You know, hey, do you want this shot? I think you need it. I saw you ordered 30 shots. I'm gonna do a few more. So if you need these, you know, just follow up with Real Estate Photographer Pro, and they'll they'll get those shots to you. Now, we're not going to edit everything you send to us. If they order 30, we're going to edit 30, unless we have the agent's permission to edit more, because if we edit more, we're going to charge more. All right, thank you.